And time for your best you, Jackie.
Absolutely, and we do that with Sheree Clark with Fork in the Road. And as we're all anticipating summer eventually getting here, a lot of times when we think summer months, we also think about things that are literally bugging us as well. But there's some natural ways of addressing some of issues, whether that be the sun, the bugs, some other things. And that's what you're here to talk about today.
I'm here to talk about all things summer, and that is where we're going to start.
Oh, we're going to start there. Okay.
Yes, we are. So let's talk about the things that summer brings us. A lot of things that are fun. You know, there's the ball games and zoos open and the Field of Dreams being re-released. But there's also things that are annoying to us. There's germs, and then we get summer colds, and then there's bugs, and then we get bites, and we get itches, or we get sunburns. Let's address a few of those things today, shall we? So,
okay.
So Lou, for you, I know that you don't like germs.
No, I'm a germ freak.
I wasn't going to say it.
I will.
Yeah. So we have these, you know, these spray things that we put on, and people are constantly, and the way to address germs is to stay clean. But
the hand sanitizer.
The hand sanitizer.
I even have it on my key ring. I have a little hand sanitizer thing on my key ring.
You're a freak. Well, this might be a little big for your key ring, but there are alternatives. The important thing is, you've heard me say this over and over, I might just be a broken record. Read the ingredient label. What's inside, it's what makes this work, that's what's important. So look for the cleanest, most botanical thing you can. Essential oils are in many cases going to be just as effective as chemicals at keeping you clean and keeping germs away.
Okay.
So let's do that. The other thing is that we want to stay away from is bugs. And this time of year, particularly with this rainy season that we've had.
Oh yeah.
Holy, I don't even want to think about what next month is going to be like with mosquitoes. So I brought you some solutions for that. The first one here is citronella sticks. So outdoor citronella sticks are fabulous. They're incense sticks in essence. You light them and they just do a little smoldering. They don't smell offensive. There's lemongrass. Oftentimes there's neem in there. Keeps those bugs away.
So if you have those candles or things like that, that's citronella, that's something that's approved, that's not being too harmful to the environment or to ourselves.
Right, because citronella is actually a plant. It actually, you can buy citronella plants.
You can grow it, yeah.
You can grow it.
It's been very popular in the greenhouses this year too.
Yes, for good reason.
Yeah.
And that will work just as well. If you need amp it up a little bit, what I do is I put the citronella sticks in my planters outside of my patio, so I don't worry about it catching on fire or any of those kinds of things. The hot smoldering ashes burning or dropping off, and the smoke is perfect. It's great. So then blow it out.
So you have a zone that is bug free then?
Yes, exactly. That's outside. Now inside, this time of year, I don't know about you, I have a lot of ants. Does anybody else have ants?
Ants and fruit flies, because you're getting the fresh produce from the farmer's market, which we talk about, and I'm like, how did you buggers literally get all in here?
Right, exactly. Well, there are some indoor remedies for that too. You can buy those ant traps that are, again, chemicals, but get the natural ones. These are based out of essential oil, and today I brought I brought ants and spiders, because those are two things that I don't like. There's one for mice, fortunately. I don't have mice.
Okay, good.
But those are good because they're essential oils again as well.
I never heard of essential oils keeping ants away.
They do. Well, things
just
like
boric acid is what I usually heard about.
Oh, and that would work as well. So the oils that keep ants away are things like lemon, mint.
Really?
Yeah, thyme, and that's what these are made out of. And then the final thing is, let's talk about what we put on our skin. So we can buy essential oils to dab behind our ears, or we can make our own spray. This is just simply an empty bottle that I bought. Add distilled water, a couple of drops of the oil, spritz it on you and your kids, because we want to avoid putting all those toxins on our kids.
Right.
And there you go.
And that works.
And it all works. It works beautifully. Try it before you go out and start fogging your yard with those chemicals.
It'll keep the bugs off of you.
It keeps the bugs off of you, and it doesn't keep the humans away, because I don't know about you, but I hate the smell of insecticide on people.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it kept humans away too. I'm like, okay.
A few.
Is it a matter they don't like the scent, they don't like the taste, so to speak? What is it about an essential oil that I don't need to go to a harsh chemical to keep these deterrents away?
Think of the word repellent. It's repulsive to them. It repels them. They come near it and they're not attracted by it. Ants are attracted by sugar.
Right.
They're repelled by things like lemon and mint
Something
Okay.
that's more sour. Okay.
exactly.
So things you would naturally use anyway heading into the summer months, just look at the ingredients and try something a little more natural before you head to those
To
chemicals.
keep away from the things you don't want.
Okay.
Now, the things you do want
Yeah. Let's
are
get
to
there.
look good. So,
Nice segue.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's right, exactly. So on the green can is an example of a sunscreen. So once
Yes.
again, you've heard I'll say it one more time, look at the ingredient label.
Ingredients.
So the ingredients in sunscreen are often a lot of chemicals, a lot of toxins. In this case, there are botanicals, zinc oxide, which if you're older, you remember this, lifeguards wearing the white on
The
their
white
nose.
on the nose.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. That's one of the ingredients in there. So make sure that you read the ingredient label. That's one that I would deem a little bit safer than the others. But the safer thing for your skin at the end of the day is to not get sunburned at all.
Right.
But we want to look good, right? We want to look sun-kissed. We're women, and you. So what about self-tanners?
Right.
Well, those we put on our skin and then they stay there, and those, again, think about toxins. There are natural examples of self-tanners.
Other ways of doing it, yep.
Exactly. That one is a two-part system. You exfoliate, which is anybody who's ever used a self-tanner knows is critically important. If you
Yep.
don't, you're uneven. So it's exfoliant on one side, and then you apply the topical, which is in front, after you're all nice and scrubbed. So it works
So
beautifully.
you're sanding your body first before applying the finish.
The mitt is
Just like a
essential.
car
Don't
lube.
forget the mitt. I've used this brand before. It's a wonderful brand because a lot of times I think people think, oh, it's mineral based. It's not going to be as good.
It's just as good.
It's just as good and does last. I will attest to that.
Yep, and I don't mind putting it on my skin and leaving it on there. And so if I'm going to have something on my skin, I want it to be clean.
Absolutely.
Lips are also skin. So in the foreground, I have a little lip protector, and what that does, think of it like a chapstick. It's something that you just want. We want to remember that lips are skin, and if they're burnt and they're parched and they're dry, it's not going to feel good. Those barbecues aren't going to taste as good if your lips are all cracked. So take care of those. And then finally, two finallys in the very behind. Arnica, remember, we're going to be working out. We're going to be exercising and golfing and playing sports and
Right.
things. That is not a topical arnica, which we've talked about before. That is one that you ingest. You put the arnica beads under your tongue, and it helps your muscles relax. So in combination with a topical arnica, does a really nice job of making you feel not so sore.
Now, is that something you would take before I'm going golfing or doing an activity, or when I'm starting to feel the muscles hurt, that's when I would do it?
For me, I do it after and before I start to feel, and then continue on, and it can head it off. And remember, Arnica prevents bruising. So if you fall
that's
down, you
right.
get hit by a baseball, something, put it on top of your bruise, and hopefully,
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
it does. It prevents it, because you know bruises turn those ugly colors.
Yeah.
We don't like that. The tan won't cover it up. The last thing I wanted to just quickly share.
Yeah, this is probably the oddest thing with what you're displaying today. Eco nuts.
Yeah, well, and Lou told me I'm one of those myself.
That's the way we describe you. Yeah.
But it's one thing to talk about organic nuts, and it's another one that mentions laundry detergent.
It's laundry, and so I brought you some. They're in that little bowl.
Oh, good. So don't eat these.
Don't eat these.
All
no,
right.
they're what they are. They're also called soap nuts, and they grow on trees. You put them in a muslin bag, you put it in your laundry, and it really, truly.
No way.
Swear, I'm going to give those to you. I want you to use them in your laundry and tell me what you think.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's going
I've
to
never heard of this.
clean my stinky clothes.
Yes, they clean your stinky clothes. And here's
nut.
And if you're worried about that, one more thing, this brings it to a home run. We'll put some essential oils in the final rinse, lemon or lavender. You'll smell good. Your clothes will be awesome. You can thank me next week.
You're eco nuts. I'm going to
at
try
ya.
that. I'm going to try that.
You need to try it.
Wow. Okay. So the thing I think we can learn here, there's a solution for everything out there. Is we're especially summer, we're focused right now. But if you're using something on your body, always look at the ingredients, and there's probably a better way of doing it.
One notch better, I'll be happy. So will you.
Okay. Living Well with Sheree Clark this morning. If people want to reach out to you, learn more, how can they do so?
Well, my website is fork-road.com, or you can reach me by email at info@fork-road.com.
That works. Good job. Very
Great
interesting stuff this
information.
morning, young lady.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a bit. It's